Hey, this is Ryan of Happy, Healthy, Vegan. Well, just a couple months ago, Angie and I made an episode giving some kudos to Dr. Oz of all people for coming out and promoting a vegan diet. He had a 3-week challenge on his website and app promoting people to eat a full vegan plant-based diet. He even went on to say these great things about the prospects of veganism for this year.
3.7 million Americans who are vegan. There used to be a fringe population, not anymore. People around us right now, all of us are exposed to folks who are vegan. So I think it'll become the single biggest movement in 2017.
What? Dr. Oz?
I never thought I'd be giving a slow clap to Dr. Oz of all people. So yeah, we were pretty stoked at the time, yet we were a bit cautious. We wanted to see how this would really play out over time. Would he continue promoting veganism or not? What do you think about this turn of events for Dr. Oz?
Yeah.
Do you think he'll be promoting like paleo in a couple months? We sure hope not.
I know, it is so hard to trust this, bro.
That's why we have qualified approval.
Yeah.
Time will tell. Well, indeed, time will tell. Well, just recently now, Dr. Oz aired an episode where he's promoting some kind of strange, mysterious, guilt-free meat. Let's have a look at that.
Oh, take a look at this succulent, mouth-watering burger. Y'all see it there? Yeah, they're hungry already. Let me cut it very deftly here. Look at it, how juicy it is. Can you all tell that? Can you see that? Oh, my goodness, that looks good.
Delicious. I love a good burger. Delicious.
Yeah. All right, so what if I told you that this burger is guilt-free?
Guilt-free? Like no suffering of any animals was involved? Well, I know he's had people like Ethan Brown, the CEO of Beyond Meat, on his show before.
We like to use the language of plant-based meat, and what we're doing is we're taking all of the core constituent parts of meat, and we're taking those directly from plants, so basically protein, fat, and water. We're assembling those in the architecture of meat or muscle, and providing to consumers in that form. So they're getting a piece of meat in terms of its constituent parts. It just doesn't come from an animal.
So yeah, that would be cool. That would be guilt-free. I would love to see people eat that instead of, cows and stuff. Or maybe it's some kind of super meat, those lab-grown meats, which we've been hearing a little bit about. But as we know, they're not here yet. The technology is just not available right now in 2017. So I can't imagine. What does Dr. Oz have in store for his guilt-free meat?
Guilt-free. No extra time at the gym or making it up by cutting calories elsewhere this afternoon, tomorrow, any other time. Even better, isn't it?
Ah, that's what he means by guilt-free. Not the kind of guilt a rational person should feel if they have to have an animal die for them in order to have a burger or any kind of meal for that matter. But he's talking about the kind of guilt that a person feels when they put an inch or two on after eating some food maybe they shouldn't have. I should have figured he's talking about a selfish guilt, not a more compassionate, altruistic guilt. All right, so now my hopes are really low. What is this guilt-free meat that you have in mind, Dr. Oz?
All right, because you know what? It's made from a healthy meat. And it's a healthy meat, and I know it's healthy meat because of where it comes from, right? This is a healthy meat that you should be eating, right? But you're not. It's bison meat. Have you ever heard of bison meat?
No.
So that's supposed to be guilt-free. Instead of killing one kind of bovine, cows, now we're talking about killing a different kind, bison. That doesn't make it any better. There's still just as much suffering going on there, still just as much killing. It is not guilt-free. But I'll hear you out here. Why are you promoting this? Why are you saying this is a healthier way to eat meat?
Because we're living in a time where everyone is looking for healthier proteins. We should be celebrating bison.
All right, now that is just plain funny. A healthier protein, which means that people deep down inside know that eating the kinds of meats that they have been eating is not healthy for them. So now you're saying you have the solution, a healthier protein. Well, there are healthier proteins. There's hundreds of plants out there that you can be eating, even ones that have more protein than meat does.
Well, it's good and it's good for you. I mean, bison is a great protein.
And so are spinach, kale, and broccoli. Eat them if you're so concerned about having a great protein.
So I want to focus a little bit on the versatility of the protein itself.
All right, so now even meat is just called the protein. Like, that's all there is to it. I mean, why don't people call kale or spinach the protein? Why does meat have this special status of being the protein? I think it all just goes to show people's obsession with protein. The people are so obsessed they're afraid that they're not getting enough protein. They try to find every opportunity they possibly can to get protein because God forbid they're going to get some kind of bizarre protein deficient disease like kwashiorkor.
Turns out there's no real evidence of dietary protein deficiency. The actual cause of kwashiorkor remains obscure, but fecal transplant studies suggest changes in gut flora may be a causal factor.
So that was Dr. Greger of nutritionfacts.org. As he clearly stated there's no real evidence, none, of there being any such thing as real dietary protein deficiency. However, there are some problems from getting too much protein.
People are more likely to suffer from protein excess than protein deficiency. The adverse effects associated with long-term high-protein diets may include disorders of bone and calcium balance, disorders of kidney function, increased cancer risk, disorders of the liver, and worsening of coronary artery disease.
So Dr. Oz is saying, yeah, feel no guilt when you eat this meat. You won't gain an extra inch or pound around your waist, but you might gain some arterial plaque or gain some cancer here, as Dr. Greger points out. So this whole notion of guilt-free meat makes no sense on Dr. Oz's terms, because you are causing harm onto yourself, not from gaining a pound, but from gaining diseases, the top killing diseases in the West. And you should feel guilt too, by knowing that you have to kill a bison. You're not killing a cow, but you're still killing another animal, killing a bison. So this concept of guilt-free meat that Dr. Oz talks about in this episode is, to me, just completely absurd. And just the fact that he even says that with a straight face, guilt-free meat, even though an animal dies, this shows me he really doesn't understand veganism. He understands, yeah, it's healthy for you, but he doesn't seem to understand the concept of harming animals is involved when you don't eat vegan. So anyway, some of the kudos I gave to Dr. Oz a couple months back, I'm going to bring it down many notches here. He's pretty much lost all of them in my book. I'm still glad he's promoting plant-based diets, but I need to see a more consistent message in order for me to feel comfortable telling people to watch Dr. Oz to learn anything about eating a healthy plant-based diet. If he's going to throw this kind of crap episode at his audience. So anyway, please post your questions and comments down below. What do you think of guilt-free meat? Is this guilt-free meat? Let me know. What do you think of Dr. Oz's commitment to veganism, or lack thereof? Post down below. And hit like if you enjoy me covering these TV doctors, holding them accountable for what they're saying to people out there. And subscribe if you're new to our channel to get more content from me and Angie here at Happy Healthy Vegan. So until next time, guys, let's keep it carb, baby. Keep it carb.
Round and round again, spinning.